I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know that I can pace it. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check.
Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's week 2 of the NFL. EA Sports. Graham Gano set to kick off.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
On first down, Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Trubisky to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards and a Giant 1st down. On 1st down, Jones. He's going to let one fly for Tate. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Jones pass
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson: 8 catches, 99 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On first down, Patterson. And he stopped immediately there. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They go jet sweep. This is Taylor. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss. 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12. Operating from the 39.
The Giants' 39-yard line.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he finds his tight end, Graham. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Jimmy Graham.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack.
3-yard attempt.
And that hits the crossbar and comes back, and it's no good. And by just a whisker, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
A reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
On the 7-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And some room to maneuver. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And his throw is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them total.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver, because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Giants take over first.
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. So with the 3 interceptions, how does he erase those from his mind and just focus on this drive?
I think he may need some help from the coaching staff. Maybe the offensive coordinator says, okay, let's do a few of the shorter throws, quick rhythm throws where the ball's out of his hand quickly into a receiver before the defense can react. Maybe not take so many shots downfield, just in case. Get your confidence back up, and then later on, you expand the targets again.
The KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Right?
I love it. I love it.
Khalil Mack.
The all-pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Barkley a first down and more. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Giants.
A first down carry for Barkley. 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So much talk this week on the other side about slowing him down coming off that great performance, NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But long touchdown run there, nobody was stopping him.
Yeah, good luck for that, because that was an explosive run. You know, in the NFL, they describe that as any run over 10 yards. Some teams say 15. He went over 20-plus on that one.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And Graham's got it, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
Now it's Trubisky. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. He had the start to a season a week ago that everybody wants to have. NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Can he do it a second time?
He can. He absolutely positively can because of his skill set. When people adjust to him, he has a great ability to adjust himself and make them continue to chase him throughout the game.
Jones signaling, let's go, try to get his guys up to the line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Jones. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Trubisky. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. He finds Taylor, complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. So a touchdown apiece. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
I used to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
Jones pass.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
He's got his man. This is Tate. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down.
Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Face mask. Defense.
What happened?
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Throwing Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. From the gun, Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. There was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
At the 25-yard
now Trubisky. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Good for the Chicago Bears.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was
under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Back at the 43-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, and oh, he coughed it up. And who's got it? The Giants. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. If you got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
I got you. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. The connection made, it's Graham. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career. He didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to put a huge chip on his...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this one is right down Broadway. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
He was covered.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
Jones pass.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Complete to
1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
He was covered by...
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
Jones pass.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up the 1st down there, and for the offense, They're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Here's Jones on first down, going for it all. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Throwing again, Jones. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. We'll credit that sack to Robert Quinn. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Clock running here under 90 seconds to go. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Taylor. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And you can almost feel Trubisky saying, let's get to the line and hurry up. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 16. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Back to throw. And this is caught. touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people watching this one right here gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
On the return, the Giants take over 1st and 10.
So now Jones and the Giants down 17-14, 25 seconds remaining. And they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. He'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
Jones pass. Complete to
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Well, Charles, a game and a decision that people may be talking about tomorrow for sure. Had a chance at a long field goal there at the end to try and tie it. They elect to not kick it, and they lose the game.
And I think what we'd all love to see is that little slip of paper that the special teams coach handed the head coach before the game that said, this is where our kicker is good from today. This is where he feels confident, because that might be the absolute mark that tells us, okay, maybe we have to run more offense, because maybe he doesn't feel good about kicking it from this distance.
So for Chicago, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home